Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining today. We have a really special show in store. First of all, Merry Christmas to you if you do Christmas. But if not, we're going to have fun anyway. So stay tuned and we will have a giggle of the year. We're going to do an end of the year quiz. And I've got two amazing creators that I'm going to bring along. And then each of those has a guest accomplice as well. We have 36 people here in the chat. Thank you so much for joining. I'll just say a quick hello to a few people. Rachbot, good to see you. Rob Slide, Mr. 42, Dick Dawson, Milos, Likes Arts and Gaming, Deadly Dave, Royal Kenny Kiwi, Bullet Bill, hello mate, good to see you. Thor KC, FE Peer Review, and I think that is nearly everybody. Thank you again. If you could just hit the like button for me, it will help the YouTube gods send out the signals that they need to send out to let people know that there is a show worth watching. Hello, Tony Regime, just coming in. Gosh of heck fire. Howdy. Thank you for joining. Rachie, 50, hello, hello, hello. That is enough of me. Let's bring our guests on. We have FTFE. We have Charlie Welsh.
Oi!
We have Deadly Dave. And we have Culture Cats, Bawdy Cats, Conspiracy Cats, whichever cats you wish to name him. Thank you all for joining me today. I'll go around sort of clockwise to me. So FTFE, how are you, mate?
I'm doing good, but before we get started, there's a confession. I've not been writing any of my scripts. I don't know anything about science. I've had someone doing it for me, and I want to introduce her. Come on, over here. Come and say this. This is the real script writer for my show, my daughter Violet. So I'm going to go and let her do the quiz. So you just want to sit here and do everything? No? You don't want to do the quiz?
The real brains behind the operation.
Say hello to everyone.
Good to see you, mini FTFE. I've actually got my neighbour watching, so hello, Peter Makowski, Laplowski.
Say hello, Peter Makowski.
Hey, Peter.
Say it into the microphone. So just say hello, Peter.
Hello.
I can actually hear him shouting next door. It's quite funny.
High five.
It's what Christmas is all
play
about.
In the bedroom. I love you, honey. Thanks for having me on, bud. I'm looking forward to this. Should be fun. Glad to be here.
Thank you for joining, mate.
And now she's gone, I can open my beer.
Yep, I'm on it as well. The Magnus, got to be on it.
Desperados for me.
Oh, mate. Woo. Stella Artois.
I'm lame. I'm drinking hot tea to survive.
Well, you're okay, Charlie, mate. You know, we all need to keep our fluids.
Just pretend there's whiskey in it.
Yeah.
How are you, Charlie?
Just cold. It's over. It's just encompassing everything right now. But I'm really looking forward to this. It's warming my cockles.
Brilliant, mate. I'm glad we can warm your cockles today. Catz, how are you?
Mate, really good, thanks. Really, really good. Change of scenery today. I thought I'll come somewhere else. So, yeah, that's it, really.
The wife's kicked you out, hasn't she, Catz?
That's what I was thinking.
Yes, this is where I live now.
Yeah. This is the storage unit that's around the corner.
Yeah, he's in the garage. Quite clearly. Deadly Dave, mate, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Thanks. Just happy to pop along. We've been quiet as of late, so it's good to get back to doing something.
It has been a bit quiet on the channel, but I thought, you know what, we're going to end the year the way we want to start it, by having fun and more content. So thank you, Dave, for coming along today. Right, let's get to it. The quiz, it's not going to be too long because some quizzes can just drag on and on and on, and I do not want that. I want us to have some fun and some giggles along the way. So the teams today, we have FTFE with Deadly Dave. And then we have Catz.
We are the team.
And then we have Catz with Charlie.
Come on,
Representing
Charlie.
the American educational system.
It's kind of weird because I've got a Dave on my team, and I've also got a cat called Dave, but there's a cat in the other team.
Mate,
Mind
that's some
blown.
kind of paradox.
Yeah.
That is, there's a paradox. I don't know whether I want to go down. Right. So what we're going to do though is, it's quite difficult doing a quiz online, but I'm going to trust you all. I'm going to trust you all not to cheat, okay? Because it would be quite easy to just
Fool.
quickly Google as I'm asking. So please no cheating, but I do trust you all. Anybody in the chat, if you do notice something suspicious, please do let it be known. But I'm sure there won't be any cheating at all. So
Yeah, I don't need to cheat. It's not like you've got a science teacher, in a science quiz against me,
Well,
I've got
we had to do it, mate. We had to do it. So, usually with a quiz, you'll have a buzzer sound. So I'm going to give each of you a word that you have to shout out when you want to answer a question. Okay?
Do we get to choose our own? Because I've got some corkers.
No, do not let him choose his own. Do not.
Flange.
I had come up with something that I did think was
Moist.
quite witty and funny. but
Moist.
I thought
Moist,
it
that's
was
exactly what I was going to say.
funny.
Great minds, Dave. Well done.
Right, what I'm
Sorry,
suggesting, but if you want to change it, you go ahead and change it. But Catz,
Yeah,
your word is jingle.
like it. Yep, I'll do that.
Yeah. Charlie
Yes, sir.
is bells. BELLS.
Okay. Bells. No N, just
FTFE.
bells.
Yeah. FTFE is Batman.
No.
Okay? So he has to shout Batman if he wants to answer a question.
Bruce Wayne. Oh, wait. Sorry. Hold on. Batman.
And Dave smells, basically.
Yay.
So it will be,
Well,
yeah. So Dave has to shout out smells if he
Smells.
wants to answer a question.
Thanks.
So let's get into it. Let's
Batman.
do it. So we've got Jingle Bells, Batman smells, and I need to hear whose word it is, and then I'll take your answer first. Science quiz. And again, thank you very much if you're here. Please hit that like. We've got 54 people. That's amazing. Thank you very, very much. And I did get a new channel member earlier, Pete S.
Whoop,
I think he
whoop.
upgraded. So
Pete
thank
Shea.
you for doing that, Pete. Merry Christmas. Right. So we have some expertise within our contestants. So what I thought was, I'm going to, for the first round, ask a question that is suited more towards Catz expertise. One question for him, his team, one question for FTFE's, and then it will swap, and in what I believe would be closer to FTFE's area of expertise, 2 questions there as well. And then it will basically become round 2, and I'll explain further when we get there. The first question here,
Just
and
for
like I
clarity's
say,
sake, we have to wait till you're done talking, right? And then all 4 of us are up for it.
I'll kind of explain as I go along.
All right.
One thing though, if you do answer the question before the question ends, or before I give all of the options, you double your points from 1 to 2.
Oh.
Okay? So the quicker the answer, the better it is for your score, and the less likely you will be cheating. No. Right. So this is a question for Catz team. So
Right.
just between Catz and Charlie. So you don't really have to shout out your word during this one, to be honest.
Yep.
Even just
Batman.
shout it out. Batman. Right. Here we go. This is obviously FTFE's area of expertise, I believe. To Catz and Charlie, a unit of radioactivity is A, barn, B, Fermi, C, angstrom, or D, Curie.
Going with B, Catz.
you going with B? You confident with that one? I'll go with Charlie.
Not confident. About 60-40.
Okay, well, I can confirm that Charlie is wrong, I'm afraid. The US increment is a Curie. Question to FTFE and Deadly Dave. Which of the following nuclear materials is fissile? A, uranium-238, B, thorium-232, C, plutonium-239, D, none of the above.
Uranium-238.
Wrong. Plutonium-239.
237. Shit.
Well, it's
I should have got that one right.
235, isn't it? It's 235.
Yeah,
It's that one.
235 is what we use in the... Yeah.
I'd have said uranium as well, but yeah, it's 235, yeah.
Well, we're
Right.
doing good, aren't we?
Yep.
0-0. 0-0. This is good.
Yeah.
It's like a soccer
Right.
match.
Question to Catz team. Movement of cell against concentration gradient is called A, osmosis, B, active transport, C, diffusion, D, passive transport.
I know this one, Charlie. I know this
There you
one.
go.
But I've got to make sure, when you say movement of cell, are you talking about water or are you talking about any substance into a cell? Because that's important.
I don't know, dude.
I'll explain why I've said that.
I
If
think it's
any
migration.
substance-
It would be, I think it's any, water doesn't get mentioned in the question, so it's probably any substance.
Active transport, then.
You are correct.
All right.
Yeah. So Catz has 1 point. FTFE on 0 at the moment.
Come on, Dave, we've got this.
Right. For FTFE's team, one of these is not a function of bones. A place for muscle attachment. B, protection of vital organs. C, secretions of hormones for calcium regulation in blood and bones. D, production of blood corpuscles.
I would say C, Dave. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so. It sounds. Yeah, I agree with you.
It is
Yeah.
correct. The answer
Woo.
is C. So it is 1-1. Woo. 1-1.
You shut up, Catz. Like your hairline, you're going to lose.
Oh, stinging! I've got
Love it,
plenty
love
of
it.
hair. I just relocated it.
What, to the the bathroom floor?
Right. Second round, okay? So this now is open to both teams. The first person I hear shout their word, jingle bells, Batman smells, will get to answer. And then we'll kind of work our way down, okay? So this is first come, first served. And if you answer the question before I finish, you get 2 points. Right. Name one type of food humans consume that isn't animal or plant-based.
Batman.
FTFE?
Mushrooms.
Correct.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice shout.
2-1.
Although, interestingly, we are more genetically similar to shrimp than we to mushrooms than we are shrimp, because the common ancestor for them split after shrimp were developed in the mushrooms in the sea. So, when you look back through the genus, we're more genetically similar to a mushroom than we are to a shrimp.
Wow.
Nice.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Look, we're learning even from the quiz contestants as well. This is what it is all about. Right, 2-1 to FTFE and Deadly Dave.
Yes, we're
Second
doing it,
question.
Dave.
At what temperature are Celsius and Fahrenheit equal?
Oh, sick.
Batman.
FTFE.
Negative 35.
Ooh. No. I'll open it out again.
Negative 34.
Smells.
Deadly Dave?
Is it negative 34?
No.
It's around there somewhere.
We're going to pass it over to Catz and Charlie, and if they can get closer, they get the point.
I think it's between those two and very specific. Involving
Go
a
on,
decimal
Charlie, I'm not
point.
sure. So I don't work in Fahrenheit ever, so I know it's a thing in America. So this is yours, mate.
Celsius, we were talking the. I'm going to go with 34.4.
Ooh. No, FTFE takes that. It is minus 40.
What?
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brilliant. Right, so we are 3-1
It's almost 6
Deadly
outside. I should
and
know.
Deadly Dave. What was the first vaccine to be developed against a contagious disease?
Do you
So
want the
who's
name
this
of the
for? Is this a
vaccine
shout
or the
out
name
one, or
of
is
the
this for?
disease?
Yeah, you have to just sort of shout
Bells.
your.
Oh, jingles. Jingle.
I heard a bells there.
Yep. Cowpox.
No,
Oh, thought I knew that one.
Jingle.
go for it, Catz.
Smallpox.
Correct.
Small cowpox.
But
Small cowpox.
But Charlie was kind of at them because they inoculated them with the cowpox virus, didn't they? Like pus from cowpox. So it wasn't against cowpox, but it was using cowpox. I see what you said there, Charlie. Anyway, we're back in the game, buddy.
Back in the game, 3-2.
It's just all government control nonsense because we all know viruses aren't real, right?
Duh.
Of course not.
Be quiet.
Stream
In
on.
which year were the first collisions achieved in the Large Hadron Collider?
Jingles.
Catz.
2019.
Incorrect.
Shit.
Batman.
FTFE?
2015.
I have a
Incorrect.
guess, but it's
Smells.
really long ago.
Deadly
2009.
Dave.
2009.
Oh, if Charlie can get closer, Catz and Charlie will
Come on,
take
Charlie.
a point.
I'm going rogue. 2011.
Oh my God. That literally is 2010. So you're both either side of that. I'm going to give you both a point each.
Well, could we not have a fight to the death instead?
Yeah, sure, let's do that.
We're at 4-3.
Well done, Charlie.
Who is credited with the creation of the World Wide Web?
I've got this question wrong in quizzes about 8 times, and I never learned the guy's name.
I read it about a week ago
But Jing-
and then just forgot about it.
Yeah, it was literally on a video that I was watching today, and I can't remember the guy's name.
Jingles.
Well, Catz, go for it.
Is it Alistair something? Is it Alistair Webb?
No.
No.
Mr. Webb.
And his brother Bob Nett.
Oh, classic. No, I mean, I'll give you the first letter of the first name is T.
Timmy.
Tim Brennan or something. Tim.
Tim's correct.
Tim Burner or something like that. Tim Burner. Tim Brennan.
Tim Burner. I'm going to give you half a point for that, FTFE.
I just remember it being a TB
Berners-Lee.
something.
Yeah.
Tim Burner. Is it? Yes.
With 4.5 versus 3 at the minute. Right, question
Happy
7.
with that.
What is the rarest blood type in humans?
Jingles.
Catz?
Is it AB positive?
No. I'll allow it to
Smells.
be taken over to the other team.
AB negative.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. So we are on 5.5 and 3.
This is where
FTFE at
dreams.
the moment. Next question. What is the largest desert on Earth?
Batman.
FTFE.
Water.
Antarctica.
Yep.
Correct.
Oh, that's under ice. That's
Oh, good one.
6.5 to 3.
That's
Well
why
done,
it amazes
FTFE.
me when flat earthers are like, oh, well, we're not allowed to go and explore Antarctica. You know what? You're perfectly welcome to go and explore Antarctica. You will die. You will freeze to death in the most hostile environment on the planet, but you're welcome to go. No one's going to stop you.
Well, apart from the penguins with the Uzis, but you know.
We don't talk about them.
Right.
Is my
Question
mic quiet?
number 9, and we have 12 questions. Okay, so this is getting. Catz's team are going to have to start answering some questions before
Yeah.
the question is
Yeah.
finished to
Yeah.
gain something
Okay.
back here. Right, number 9. Which chemical element is represented by the symbol W?
Jingles.
Balls.
Catz.
I know all the first 20 off by it. So I'm going to just guess and say tungsten.
Got it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
6.5
Back in the
to
game.
4. Right. Question 10. Which animals have
No.
3 hearts,
Okay.
9 brains, and blue blood?
Jingle.
False.
Cats?
Smurfs?
I'm going to say the octopus.
Got it.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes, we're coming
6.5
back.
to 5.
I'm sorry, but there's no way you're telling me that that thing evolved on Earth, all right? That's an alien species that crash landed somewhere.
I believe, yeah, I mean, that is crazy. And I mean, I'm sure there's some biology somewhere where it is traceable, but it's unbelievable, isn't it? You know, when
Yeah.
you think it is just crazy as how that thing has evolved.
Yeah.
Right, so what were we on?
We need to interrupt the question.
6.5
Yeah.
to 5.
1 sec.
We're very close.
1 sec. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought. How does my mic sound? I thought it was sounding fairly low for a minute.
No,
Does
you
it
sound fine.
Sound okay?
Yeah, you sound okay.
Sorry.
Yep,
Cool, thank you.
you sound all good, dude. Right, question 11. What is the name of the tallest grass on Earth?
Oh, grass.
Tallest grass.
Balls.
Charlie?
Bamboo.
Yep, correct.
Oh.
It comes
Wow.
down to this last one, boys and girls.
Oh.
Well done, Charlie.
Oh, nearly went over.
Speak truth, speak truth. They found him.
Oh my god. Right, I think we're back. We're back.
Charlie, that was an excellent one. Well done, bud.
We're back, I
Honey.
think. Give me a second. There we go. Right, we're back. We're back. We're back. Right. It's 7.5 to 5.
Damn.
Right, so we've got
We're not on
7.5.
We're not on 6 now. 7, go on.
Oh no, you are. Sorry, you're on.
Yes.
6. You're on. 6.5 and 6. Wow, coming down to the last question, and this is quite.
We
a
got this,
tough
Dave.
One.
We've got this.
All right, let's do it.
Question 12. Who can name the value of pi to the most decimal places?
Jingles.
Cats.
Get
I don't know his name.
To the most decimal places. Shit. 3.14.
Good.
And this is the shot in the dark here, Charlie. 2.
No.
Incorrect. Over
I got it to
FTFE's
5
team.
decimals, but that's it.
Well, go on.
3.14159.
Okay, we've got right. I'll take that from Charlie. Can FTFE or
And 7 comes next.
3.14159.7.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's after.
can anyone go further?
Crickets.
I'm going to guess then. If it's a case of guessing, I'm going to guess. I'm going to say 6.
Wow. Cats are there.
What? Really? He got that right?
Yeah.
Fuck no!
I'm going to guess. In your face.
Right. So we have.
God damn it!
Jesus, he's done it. So the score is
Charlie.
7.5. No, so I've lost count now. 7.5 to 6. It is
Well,
actually
half a point
FTFE is on 7.5 and Katz's team is on 7.
No, there was half a point in it. We were.
Yeah, we were 6.5 and they were 6.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
Katz is now on 7.
7.7.
Right. Yeah.
Around 6.5.
So 6.5.
So he
To
takes
7.
it by half a point.
Katz.
Recount!
I'm sure if someone looked back there, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it might be a draw, but we are going to call it Katz and Charlie winning the 2022 Christmas Quiz of the Year.
Favoritism.
Well, he did help me out of Flat Earth. Do you know what I mean? That's all I can do, really, isn't it? Well
Feel
done.
like doing a victory dance or something. But it was the bamboo question, Charlie. That was a fucking great answer. That got us back in it.
And then Dave tried to bamboozle us by killing our momentum by, do I
Boom.
sound right?
Well done. Well done. Well, 61 people just witnessed Katz and Charlie with the comeback of the year.
I was gracious enough to let them win. I thought, with Catz looking like that, he probably needs the win.
You could see me. That would force it.
We did.
Oh, mate.
I don't know what to say. When I go in the wife and kids who are like, they should be watching this on telly. I want to see banners and balloons and stuff when I get back in the house. I want to see party poppers. I want to see all that stuff. I want them to go out and buy me a bag of Maltesers.
Instead, you're just going to get dirty looks.
It's really quite awkward because my wife has got fireworks and everything, and I fucking lost.
Oh, mate. Hopefully she'll still let him off for you.
She's packing my stuff right now.
Come here. You could play it like a flat earther and just say you won.
Oh, yeah, of course. Where's the evidence that Catz won? Where's the actual empirical measurements that Catz won? There isn't any, so you're wrong.
I mean, in all honesty, I just pulled out of my arsehole, really, because I was adding half points and, so. But, yeah, excellent bit of fun there. I've also now I've set up a couple of questions. The quiz is over. Catz and Charlie won.
Yeah, we won, Dave. Well done. Congratulations, Dave. That was brilliant. Well done, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Number one.
It was fun.
Participation.
It was hard. I didn't think we'd seen the floor so much.
No, I know. It's a bit embarrassing for you, Catz, if I'm honest, that you lost that badly. It was almost as bad as when you debated Flatsoid. You lost that badly.
Well, what can I say?
That's what you call an alternative universe, that one, I think. Maybe Earth is flat in that one. But, yeah, I've got a couple of questions, though, and I've sort of singled them out for each one of you. This isn't a quiz. This is to find out more about you as individuals, okay? So
my social security number is...
3.12
inches.
Around.
What's the expiry date of your debit card, please? Question to Catz, right? As you're the winner, you guys were the winners. I'll go for you first, mate. What keeps you awake at night?
Work deadlines for work. That's really boring, isn't it? But that does keep me awake.
Bit. Can you elaborate? Or?
Yeah.
So it's not the fact that I'm in your cupboard watching.
Oh, he likes that.
Any chance to bring this up? But I'm finding some textbooks for Texas in America, and the deadlines are creeping up, and if I don't get them done, a couple of years work down the line. So that's that. But deadlines. But if we're talking about something less interesting than work, then I would say. Shit. Doctor Who.
Shit keeps you awake at night?
It keeps me awake at night.
You're supposed to get out of bed for that, Cat. I mean, I know you're getting old, but like...
Love it. Absolutely love it, Catz. Right. Question for FTFE. What is your biggest fear?
Oh, pardon me. Drowning, which is silly because I was a sailor for many years.
You were actually in submarines, weren't you?
Yeah, I did the survival training and everything. Yeah, but the thought of I don't suppose it's necessarily just drowning. It's the thought of not being able to breathe freaks me out. And sometimes I can get my brain can start thinking about, well, you're breathing. What if you stop breathing? And then I start panicking because I'm thinking, oh shit, have I forgotten how to breathe? It's just the thought of not being able to breathe is something that gives me the heebie-jeebies.
And you're like, how do you even spell breathe? Who am I?
What's going on?
Yeah, there's some horror stories out there. Oh, I don't like those ones where you kind of, there's like a diver or whatever, and they don't realise they're actually swimming downwards further, and they think they're going upwards, and oh my god. Yeah, I'm completely with you on that one, FTFE.
The divers it's actually terrifying for divers because deep divers, they're so used to having so much carbon monoxide in their brain that they've kind of acclimatized to that. So if you or I were to go down, we would start to feel lightheaded and we'd realize, But because divers are so acclimatized to having that carbon dioxide in their brain that they don't realize they get to that saturation point, and there's no kind of fading out. It's just black and they're gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think with me, it's either that or fire as well for some reason, sort of like death by fire. Oh my God. Like, apparently it's quite painless though, because your nerves get burnt pretty quickly, but it's still going to be horrible.
I mean, a
Charlie.
great fear is finding a flat earther as a physics teacher.
Yeah.
That's true. Charlie, mate, I love this question. If you could have dinner with any 3 people, dead or alive, who would it be and why? And then we'll open that up to everyone.
Firstly, would be my mother, because that would mean she's alive, and that'd be a big bonus. And then,
It's funny, I was going to choose your mother as well. It's crazy. Sorry. I'm sorry.
She was lovely.
FTFE, you are being cancelled right now.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't not. Charlie, I'm
Unsubbing
sorry.
immediately. And then resubbing. And then probably Jesus, because I have questions, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then probably Wayne Rooney, because he's my favorite footballer.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Bit of an eclectic mix there, dude.
yeah.
But enjoyable. Dave, I'm going to ask you as well.
Just somebody that I want to, have back to life to eat dinner with.
Yes. So either dead or alive, 3 people, and why?
I don't know. I don't really idolize people. So my missus and 2 of my best friends.
Okay. And what you can have a third. You can have a third as well. So 3 best
No.
friends.
Two
Me.
friends and two friends and a missus. Yeah. You can be one of the friends. That's fine.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll come round for dinner then, mate. What about you,
Nice one.
Catz?
Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really good question because, I get what you're saying, Dave. I totally get what you're saying about not idolizing people and just wanting to have dinner with whatever. For me, the chance to meet anybody and find out things I've always wanted to know, and I think what Charlie said about Jesus will be amazing because, I'm not in the whole kind of atheist debate or anything like that. But
How'd you do that trick with the wine? Yeah.
An historical character. Because I'm not even involved in the debate enough to know whether history accepts that he actually properly existed. I don't. But if he properly existed as a person, just to have a chat with him will be interesting. I like that. Richard Feynman will be another. I'd love to have a chat with Richard Feynman. And then a musician. I'd like to have. Sting is still alive, but I'd like to have a chat with Sting.
Okay. Sounds good. FTFE.
I'd choose Catz, Dell, and Kent Hovind because it'd be fucking hilarious.
I'm not prepared for that.
No. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Could you imagine? That would just be the greatest party.
Are you actually? Because there was one point when Dell was kind of.
Yeah, so I'm looking at doing that
Threatening to come to your
in
house.
January. We're doing a bit of decorating. So towards the end of January, I am going to be inviting him to my house, and I'm going to cook him a haggis meal, and then have a live debate with him in my house.
Brilliant.
He won't accept, will he?
No, he's already said it that he'll accept. I'm making him sign an NDA so he doesn't dox me and stuff. It's all being done properly, and I'm going to have security because I'm
I
not
was gonna
fucking
say.
stupid.
Well, you won't need
And he's
extra
accepting for
silverware.
that now, is he? He's accepting that now.
Yeah, 100%. He's told everyone that he would never back down for someone inviting to speak to them face to face. So he can't really not, and he said that in email that he'll accept.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, interesting.
yeah.
Right.
Maybe that's
For
what.
some reason,
we should all do then is kind of set up these meetings with Deltard. But yeah, I really look forward to that if that does happen. I really
What
do.
were you saying then, Dave?
I was just going to say, Dr. Nimrod's wondering if I'll say Sky Miles or 333. I'm not sure why, but I'm happy to go live.
Squeamiles.
I get it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Brian's logic. Yeah.
Please
They're
don't
not-
associate me with him.
They're not nautical miles. They're sky miles, apparently, for some reason.
They're different. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. It's not weight. It's space weight.
Love it.
Emma just walking around the house with tasers and a dirty look on her face. Try something, fucker.
I've got another question for you guys, and I'm going to go around again. So, FTFE, what was your first job?
My first job, paperboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was 12 when I got my first paper round, and by the time I was 14, I had like 5 paper rounds. And I don't know why, because I'd be getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, and I'd be like looking at everyone else staying in bed all wrapped up warm, thinking, why the hell am I doing this for like £7.50 a week? You know. But yeah,
a lot of money back in 1940, though, wasn't it?
I'm not quite that old.
I'm joking. You're probably younger than me.
Don't even have bicycles.
Yeah, it's the thought of like people doing paper rounds nowadays. You know, like is that even a thing? Are papers still even a thing? I don't know.
It is, yeah. But
why would the papers be a thing? You're just printing the news off the internet for somebody, right? Surely that's like your job. If you work in a newspaper now, it must be so easy. You just go into Google, type news, and print that shit out for the next day, right?
I've seen like most people that do their paper rounds now, their parents take them around in the car.
Oh God, no!
And they just go out and you're like, oh come on, at least get on the bike and do it, dude. It's like,
I mean, there was one time when I was ill. And my mum did take me round, just because that was the one time that I was really ill, and I'd never had a day off before, and she was willing to help me. But yeah, snowflakes nowadays, probably not going to happen.
No.
But my first real job was working at McDonald's when I was just turning 16. My mum was the manager of the McDonald's in Bristol, near where I lived, and she got me a job there. And I started about 2 weeks before my 16th birthday. And then on my second shift, I felt really poorly. And I went through the shift, and then the next day, I was like, Mom, I'm not feeling well. I've got really bad pain in my stomach. And she's like, oh, you're just trying to get out of work. Shut up. I'm the manager. You're going to be letting me down. Turns out I had appendicitis and had to be rushed into hospital in emergency. Yeah, my mum didn't feel good about that.
That's what a Big Mac will do to you.
Yeah.
Ouch. Yeah, I've heard that isn't actually, that's very painful, appendicitis, apparently.
Yeah.
Charlie, mate, what was your first job?
Sacking groceries at the big grocery store, and it was great because all the high schoolers from all the little towns around also worked there, so it was awesome.
Nice.
Yep.
Deadly Dave?
I think it was my dad used to own a furniture factory, so I suspect my first job was working for him, more than likely sweeping floors and going on deliveries with the delivery driver so I could carry stuff. But yeah, that was probably it. So carrying stuff and sweeping floors in a furniture factory.
That's a good grounding. It's a good grounding, Dave. What about you, Catz?
Whenever anybody asks me about my first job, I cannot help but tell this story. Am I okay for a minute? Because this story
Go for it, mate.
Is this the one with the hooker and the 3 donkeys?
No, but I'll tell that one later on. It was one donkey.
And some bamboo.
That's how you knew the answer to that question. So my first job when I was 16, my mum used to work in personnel at the local hospital. She got me a job as a porter at the hospital. And so I was doing my A-levels and I was portering, but my job was literally like the postman, the hospital postman. I walk around ward to ward all day just delivering post from one ward to the next. And it was brilliant. That's all I did, just walked around, picked up post. And I was sat in the porter's lodge one day and I got a phone call. And I was only 16, bear in mind, right? I was just starting my A-level, 16. And this nurse from a ward said, "Oh, we've got a parcel to pick up, but it's for the cottage." Now I didn't know where the cottage was on the hospital site because there was like multiple sites. I said, "Okay, I'll come and get it." And she said, "No, maybe you should send someone else." So I went, "No, that's my job." And she was like, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Yeah." So I walked off to this ward to pick up this parcel for the cottage. But what I didn't know, right, is that the cottage wasn't a building on site because I was new. It was the nickname the nurses gave to the mortuary. And when somebody had died and they needed a dead body taken to the on-site mortuary, so they didn't upset the patients, they called it the cottage so the other patients wouldn't know.
Oh my god,
So
no.
I drove up to this ward, and this nurse is like, okay. And I said, yeah, I'm here for the parcel for the cottage. And they went, okay, you sure? And I said, yeah. They said, it's in there. And I opened the door. This fucking dead body lying on a bed.
Nice.
No one had told me. It was like horrendous. So yeah, that was my first job.
Then you sat there in awkward silence trying to wake him up to give him a piece of mail.
Excuse me, sir.
Sir, wake up, sir.
Oh, God.
Sir, you're naked.
Oh, I love that, Charlie. That's brilliant.
Oh no.
I like this question from Golden Skeptic.
Wait, what about you, STST? What was your first job?
Oh, okay. Prostitution. No.
All right. What was your first legal job?
I worked in Morrison's. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I can totally visualize that.
Can you? Shelf stack, and yeah, probably still have the same hat. I've got a fairly funny. It's not funny, but it made me learn a good lesson. Really, is basically I got sacked for stealing, right? And what I stole was a bottle of still water. So it was a really hot day, and I just in the back area kind of grabbed a water bottle, started drinking it, and thought, "Oh, I'll pay for that at the end of my shift."
Yeah.
And some turd saw me do it, and then went and bloody, dobbed me in or whatever. And I was like, "I was gonna pay for it." Like, and they were like, "We need to make an example of you."
That's ridiculous.
They had more theft from staff members than they did from the general public.
Oh,
So
what?
like, yeah, and I think that's probably what most supermarkets are like. So yeah, they were like, "We've got to make an example of you. You're going because you drank a sip of water, and you didn't pay for it beforehand." So yeah, that was my first lesson of like, make sure you pay for something before you use it, basically. So yeah. But Golden Skeptic, and it's a bit of a. I think this is a great question, although I don't think there ever really has been any good evidence for flat Earth, but there could be something that could lend itself to it, shall we say. I'm going to ask FTFE first. Who do you think is the flat earther who has given the best evidence in their opinion?
No. What I've found is that there simply is no flat earth evidence. So there's no flat earther who could ever give good evidence. Now, are there flat earthers who are good at arguing? Yes, absolutely. Austin Whitsitt manages to say 3,000 words without saying anything. And it's really hard to argue against that shit.
Literally,
You
bro.
know? Yeah, literally, bro. But does that mean he's got any evidence for the earth being flat? No. No, absolutely not. You know? It's like saying, what evidence does Kent Hovind has for his claims? They don't exist.
Great point. I love that. I do love that question, because obviously flat earthers, some of them oppose, of course. I don't know what the split is, but there's definitely some people out there that do believe it and genuinely do think they have evidence, and just lost because they have no idea what evidence even is.
Yeah.
If you've got any other questions, guys, in the comments, if you want to give some questions to people, more than welcome to do so. I'll just keep sort of checking back here and there. But
High Inquisitor does have a good point, actually. There is one flat earther who did beat me in debate, and it was Mallory.
Yes.
But that was more because she showed me furry foot fetish porn and I broke. So,
I've said this before about Mallory. Like, I think she's like trolling or something, and something keeps like telling me one day she's going to come out and she's like quite a big YouTuber or an influencer or something, and like she's been doing this social experiment.
It's The Rock with a voice changer.
It's been a long time going then, though. It's the real long game, like.
Yeah.
The Sun Express with a $10 super chat. Thank you very, very much. Special comment, FTFE, level. Also chin up. Yeah. Thank you very much for Sun Express.
Oh, I never forget
Beautiful
that
stuff.
debate against Bev. Now, Bev, just tell me, Bev, is non-Euclidean geometry, is it a branch of mathematics? Silence for a few seconds then. Level.
We've got a question from my neighbour, Pete Maciekowski. How did you guys all meet?
NASA told me to speak to you, basically. I mean, what?
Yeah, I mean, we're basically all government agents, Pete. The Earth is flat, and we're basically put on the internet as stooges, actors, charlatans to try and keep up the lie of all these kind of amazing geniuses that are now catching on to the flat Earth truth. So we're basically disinformation agents, and we work for NASA and the UK Space Agency as well. And we've got Charlie in from NASA today. Thanks so much for coming along. Now, jokes aside though, Pete, so this guy beneath me here, Catz. I used to be a flat earther, and I know I have told my neighbour this, and he was quite fascinated by it. The gentleman below me basically debunked me, i.e. proved to me and showed me that I was wrong about my beliefs. And then FTFE, otherwise known as Fight the Flat Earth, is a legend. I did an interview with him as I came out as an ex-flat earther, and we've kind of been friends ever since, basically. So Charlie, long-term subscriber of mine, he is now himself getting into a little bit of content creation, hopefully next year. And Deadly Dave, well, what can I say? What a legend. He's basically been like my right-hand man, my wingman. I'll have to shout out a guy called Bullet Bill as well. Those two especially, as subscribers, have really helped support me and grow my confidence and I'd say even intelligence a little bit, because when you hang around smart people, it probably rubs off on you a little bit. And I used to think I was hanging around with smart people with flat earthers, which ain't good. I'd rather, I know where my bread's buttered now, and it is in reality. So, Pete, mate, thank you for that question.
Not on the bottom of the shoe like flat earthers tend to butter. I want some toast.
Who is the biggest shill in inches? Shill. I mean, how tall are we all? I mean, I'm 6'3".
I'm not tall.
You can see me on the screen. I'm exactly this big. Can't you see?
It's about, 3.5 inches tall.
Yeah, perfect.
Charlie actually is
if I
invisible.
take off my heels. Take off my heels.
I love it.
I'm 6'1".
6'1".
6.5 feet.
What are you in centimeters, Catz? Because I think we might be like pretty much exactly the same height.
Oh, to be honest, mate, I don't know in centimeters. And I've not measured my height since I was about 30, but I was 6'1" when I was 30. So
yeah, I'm 6'1", so I think we could be the same. I mean, when they clone us like this, it's obvious there's going to be similarities,
YouTubers have no legs. That is a thing that has been questioned before. Rob Floyd, STST, you're rubbing off on Deadly Dave and Bullet Bill. What am I paying for?
Look, what you and Deadly Dave and Bullet Bill rub on each other in the privacy of your own, it's all up to you.
Nobody said it was private.
True, this is YouTube. I mean, but to be fair, that's more of an OnlyFans thing. So when can we expect the Seek True, Speak Truth OnlyFans to start?
It's already going. It's up and running, guys.
Oh.
So,
Nice.
www.onlyfans/STST. I'm only joking. No, I don't actually have.
Why didn't anyone tell me that Desperados is actually like really quite strong?
It is. Yeah. What is it, like 6.9?
Oh, it's 5.9. That's strong for me.
Yeah. It's that 0.9 that does it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Golden Skeptic, STST, can you please ask Catz to explain why the Earth wobbles on its axes?
Well, that's usually because he farts a lot.
why it wobbles on its axis? I don't know. That's a really good question. Yeah, sorry. I'm going to let you down there, Golden Skeptic.
Conservation of momentum.
Sorry?
Conservation of momentum.
Well, if
Okay.
it was wobbling to start with, then it
Well-
would have to carry on. But what started it?
I read that it's likely a result of all the impacts that the Earth has had throughout its history, including the massive impact that would have formed the Moon, the meteor that hit destroyed the dinosaurs. All the combination of all the impacts has knocked the axis off of a perfect alignment.
You still believe in dinosaurs? Jeez.
Sorry, sky lizards.
Wait, all birds are fake.
Well, yeah, we know they're drones.
Part of the procession, yeah. I mean, is it similar to the moon? Because does the moon have a slight procession, doesn't it? Because we see more than...
Well,
Like-
the wobble and everything of the moon is more to do with tidal forces or from the orbit. As the moon orbits us, it gets stretched out, which means that there's slightly more mass, at one point, which means that gravity forces it that way, which forces the bulge the opposite side, which then tugs it from that side. So it's a constant kind of tug of war, which over time has made it so that it keeps one face towards us. But there is still a slight wobble, and if you were to take a photo of the moon every day throughout the month, it's not just a straight face. It actually kind of does this as the bit that you can see, because it does slightly wobble compared to us.
The everything that's floating around is floating around as a result of smashing into other things.
Yeah.
So nothing has a perfect orbit. Nothing. I mean, you might get some that look fairly close to it, but everything is going to have, depending on how specific you can measure things and how fine-grained you can measure things, everything is going to have some sort of wobble or precession or slightly off orbit, because it's just all a result of smashing into other things.
Yeah.
Oh, and the rocket couch, Micropachycephalosaurus. I win.
I was trying to avoid that. Yeah, thank you for answering that one, Charlie. So what was it? Micropachycephalosaurus.
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 Ah, there we go.
I couldn't say
The
that again,
Sonic-
so don't ask me.
The Sun Express, Earth's core is not uniform in distribution, hence wobble.
Oh, there we go.
Maybe.
Combination of all these things.
Yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? That is the thing. I mean, oh my God.
I mean, it's just that's how it is programmed for the simulation.
See, these things scare me that I see nowadays with, I mean, what evidence is there that this is a simulation? Is there any evidence, or is it just all hypotheses?
I'll go get TJC net. He'll clear it up.
Yeah.
Well, personally, I think that there's as much evidence that it is a simulation as much evidence as there is a God. As in, it's not something that we could ever disprove, right? I don't personally believe that there's a God, and I don't personally believe that we're in a matrix, but there is absolutely no way that I could ever prove those things in any reasonable sense of the word. So I think based on that, it's a 50-50 chance, Does God exist? I don't know. Could do. Are we in a matrix? I don't know. We could be. Maybe we are in a matrix that's just been programmed in the way that we perceive it. There's no way to tell if it was that good of a simulation, right?
Very true. Very true.
Unfalsifiable woo. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I suppose if it is a simulation, it would have a creator, wouldn't it? So then that could be labelled a god. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think any type of god that humans have written about exists. That is all just up from up here. But yeah, you're right. I think it's just I think it'd be stupid to just go, there definitely is no God. You can say in confidence there definitely is no evidence of God, maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah. I think the thing that is important is that whether there's a God or whether this is a simulation or not, is that the universe we live in operates under a set of physical laws. And whatever put those physical laws in motion is something I don't think we could ever know. We can trace the universe back to the point of the Big Bang, but not one scientist in the world can tell you what was before the Big Bang or why the Big Bang happened. what was before this universe? We don't know. That's beyond the realms of science, really. You know, it's not something that we could ever know.
I can't avoid the thought in my head that there had to be a blank page at some point, didn't there?
Well, not necessarily. And even the concept of before the Big Bang is kind of nonsensical, because the Big Bang was the birth of time. So there is no such thing as before the Big Bang. It's not a sensical statement, because time, in our instantiation of the universe, time began at the Big Bang. So there is no before.
Craig, I don't even know if the human brain is capable of comprehending. To me, I just can't. Like, I understand 100% what Charlie's saying. I understand 100% what Davey's saying, and both of those things I can't comprehend.
Yeah.
You know, even though I just can't imagine what either of those things look like. It's
It had
fascinating.
nothing to do with anything 2,000 years ago. I know that.
Yeah. I mean, and you've got to think, if there is something that gave the conditions that gave birth to our universe, who's to say that that's the only time that those conditions were met and that we're the only universe? Maybe there's something out there giving birth to universes constantly, and we're just one of many universes in a sea of infinite universes, where in one of those universes, everything that's ever happened in this universe has also happened before, because everything is infinite, including this conversation happening right now. You know, it's all happened before at some point, because there's an infinity of infinity. You know, you don't know, but you have to think that, well, if the conditions for this universe arise, then those conditions, maybe they're not a unique thing, and they arose in some other form to give birth to other universes. That's the kind, the way I look at it. It's like when you look out into the universe, the materials that we are made of are so common in the universe that it's kind of silly to think that we're the only life forms, right?
This leads on actually to a question from my now infamous neighbour, Peter Machowski-Wowski-Powski. STST, are we the only planet that has intelligent life?
We have intelligent life.
Excuse me? There's intelligent life on this planet? Can you point me in the direction of it, please?
I was then going to say, like, I think it was Neil deGrasse Tyson. He kind of said himself, if another form of intelligent life came here and saw all the wars that were going on, and he would say, no, the aliens would leave and say we found no intelligent life. It's only us that are even labeling ourselves as intelligent, really, isn't it? But
if every human on this planet disappeared today, right, in 50,000 years, there'd be nothing that you could recognize as humans. If 50,000 years passed without us here, and another species landed, there would be nothing left of what we built to recognize that there was a species here, right? So in my mind, does that mean the Earth is billions of years old and humanity is only a couple of 100,000 years old? So who's to say that way back in Earth's history that there wasn't previous intelligent species that owned this planet that have just disappeared? And because of the natural processes of the world, that we've no way of knowing that they were ever here. We might be the intelligent life here now, but who's to say we were the only intelligent life that Earth has ever birthed, right?
That's very, very good point. And that can lead into some conspiracies, can't it? Which is like the ancient aliens and kind of. But no, I've thought that before. The kind of the mark of humans on Earth is so minuscule that something could have happened before. We've managed to look back as far as the dinosaurs, etc. But they could have been another kind of cataclysmic thing that happens, and it's going to probably happen in billions of years. It might not have been humans, but they may have had. I mean, what is intelligence? What actually is intelligence?
That's a huge point of it, which is that we all look at this from the point of view of our experiences. So we decide what intelligent life is based on what we think it is. We look for life based on, like, we're looking for carbon life out in the universe because we're made of carbon. So it's like, oh well, life must be made of carbon, and it's made out of carbon here, but maybe it's made out of other stuff someplace else. Maybe life means something someplace else. It's just,
we just got new elements discovered. I mean, on a meteorite. I think it was.
So like, is there other stuff? Probably. Will we ever see it? Probably not. Because no matter what happens, the one inescapable fact is the universe is vast. Like,
it's really, really big. And right,
it's
so
empty. There's nothing in it.
and even if you look at this galaxy that has trillions of stars, there's still the majority of the galaxy is empty space, and it's crazy. But I think if there is intelligent life out there, there's two options, right? Option one is that it's simply impossible to travel and communicate the distances that interstellar communication would require. That's just something that is physically impossible. Or option two is that intelligent species destroy themselves before they can ever get to that point.
Yep.
Fermi paradox.
There is a third option.
What's that?
And I'm only going off what Stephen Hawking said. Stephen Hawking said that if we do ever encounter an alien race, because the distances are so fast, like you said, they'll have become a nomadic race in space. So they don't have a home or a place. They are just traveling nomadically. And then when they arrive at a planet, they are taking resources from that planet, in which case we should be extremely frightened about anybody arriving, because they are arriving to take resources.
Yeah, what it kind of leads into one thing that Brian Cox said is that actually he thinks that if we meet aliens, it's more likely that we are to meet the machine offspring of those aliens. As in, we're thinking of sending drones with solar sails to Proxima Centauri, right? So if there was aliens there, the first contact they would have with humans is our machines. So I think if we were to meet aliens, it would also be something that, it would be a machine or a scout of something that they've sent out.
And like you said,
those
whoever sent those machines could easily be long wiped out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's the only kind of thing that could travel that distance is machinery, isn't it? Like, it would have to be a case of literally families and generations and generations and generations living on a shuttle, something traveling to be able to ever.
What's easier, designing something to carry, one bit of AI, or designing something to carry generations of people? One's easier to develop than the other, and I think that would be the logical first step for any species, is to check what's out there with drones and stuff. So, if anything, that's the most likely encounter with aliens that we'd have.
It is the logical step, unless it was born out of necessity, unless it was a case of, there is an extinction level event, and we must, save the Blackburn Rovers fans, let the Burnley fans stay, or whatever, let those people go and survive.
Blackburn Rovers fans.
I'd like to think that we are the classiest of all the people on earth.
My team, Ipswich, are doing quite well at the minute, actually. Second in League One, so not doing too badly. Got some nice American
sports ball.
Yeah, right. We're starting to talk about football straight over everyone's head. Proxima Centauri, the closest star to our own, is still. I can't say that number. Can you?
40,208,000,000,000 kilometers away.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So if we were able to accelerate a solar sail drone to 90% the speed of light, it would take about 6 years to get there, assuming the acceleration could happen quick enough. But you have to take into account how long that acceleration would happen, and then how you would decelerate the drone side and how long that would take. So they still think that even if you're able to accelerate drones to that speed with solar sails, it would still take about 50 years because of the acceleration and deceleration required. And then you would have to take into relativistic effects on the drone, and what that would mean with it actually being able to communicate with us and stuff, and how long that would take for us compared to the drone and things. If you go in 99% speed of light, if you go 90% the speed of light, time for you is 66% faster than, say, the Earth as a rest frame. So, so you'd have to take that into account as well, as to how, because that would be a compound as to how long it would take from the Earth's point of view to drone. So for us on Earth, it would still seem like centuries before we knew anything.
I think Interstellar showed that pretty well.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
That was a great movie. Yeah, I did like that.
Apart from the whole gravity is love thing, that was annoying.
Yeah. You know what, guys? Because I know Catz has to leave in about 10 minutes. I think I'm going to end the stream on a high. Rather than maybe go to the 2 hours which I had mentioned. I've got my missus next to me and she's still suffering a little bit from the flu. So I think I'm going to go and spend a bit of time. She said, "Don't blame me."
She's like, "Don't use me as an excuse."
Yeah. No, I'm just being a nice boyfriend. And yeah, I just think it's cool to kind of end on just over an hour because maybe the people that do watch after the show might watch the whole thing rather than turn off and not listen to 2 hours of us amazing people talking. But yeah, so I mean, guys, I'm going to go round. And first of all, though, thank you so much for joining. I haven't actually streamed myself, I don't think, for about 10 months. It's been so long. But I'm going to hit the ground running again and be back. So to 2023, thank you all that are here. It's just been so incredible. 73 people is amazing. And every one of you, I wish you all the best for the new year. We're going to go round and just say our goodbyes, maybe our favourite moment of 2022, and then a quick goodbye. So FTFE, mate.
Well, thank you very much for having me on, buddy. Yeah, you're one of my favorite people on YouTube, and I want to see more documentary stuff from you because I think that is your niche. You do that so well. My favorite moment of 2022. Oh God, there's been so much, but probably the debates I've had in the Discord server recently. They've been fucking hilarious.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I spent about 2 hours arguing with someone that a circle could exist on a sphere. It was amazing, and trying to make someone allow me to use the word atmosphere because apparently they debunked that word. So yeah,
that was fun.
I was in that stream actually, the circle on a sphere, and like someone in the comments kept saying like, "What about the equator?" Do you know what I mean? Like, you know,
debating flat earthers. There is a reason. All right, a lot of people are like, why are you wasting your time? Well, look at the titles of my stream. Either side of debate, there's one of these. Because I know it's not a debate. Catz knows there's not a debate. Everyone here knows there is no debate about the shape of the earth. It's entertainment, and it's endlessly entertaining. So I'm going to keep doing that. And yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh, mate, no, brilliant. Your channel, especially because you do your streams quite late UK time, and it usually suits me to the ground when I'm kind of winding down and just want to listen to some stupidity and just reminisce of how stupid I used to be as well. So, no, thank you, mate. Your channel is amazing. I do recommend. Of course, you probably know exactly who FTFE isn't, but please do go over and say hello if you haven't been there before. Charlie, mate, are you going to be doing any content?
No, this is my limit. But my favorite, my favorite part of 22 is when it ends, really. Yeah.
Yeah. Not been a great year.
No, I know Craig can relate. It's been a rough mental health year, big time.
Yeah.
And big time. And I'm just hoping for some change in the new one.
Oh, mate. No, fingers crossed, buddy. Like you say, it has been so tough for so many people with the cost of living crises and all of this, you know. But thank you for coming along, mate. It always does cheer me up when you come along, and I see you in the streams on the shills and things, mate. So you've been a good friend. So thank you very much, and I hope to see a lot more of you in 2023, buddy.
Thank you.
I've just got to call out a string of news, $10 super chat, Merry Holidays, shopping feast day. Great stuff. Thank you so much, String of News 1, you absolute superstar. It reminded me of this meme I saw earlier, actually. It said, Christmas Eve tomorrow, or otherwise known as the day the men start their Christmas shopping. I just think that's so kind of, you know.
Wait, are we supposed to have started by now?
No, tomorrow's fine.
Right, cool. Awesome.
I'm not sure if I missed a $10 super chat or not. I don't know if
yeah,
that was the first one.
Do you want me to read it out? It's from Nerd Alert. Yeah, €10, and it says, I don't know if we can beat the speed of light, but network engineers are prepared. See RFC 6921 Design Considerations for Faster Than Light Communication, published on April the 1st, 2013. Interesting.
Thank you very much for that. That's going to go towards a Christmas bottle of Jack Daniels. So thank you very much. Legend. Deadly Dave, mate.
Yeah, so I've been working on a master's for the past, I don't know, infinity, and finally had it approved and accepted and passed and all that sort of stuff there in, I think, near the end of November. So I can sleep again now, which is nice.
Sleep.
Masters, mate. Yeah, no, I've been kind of, because we've been chatting for a good few months now, and to know that you've managed to achieve that is absolutely incredible, buddy. So massive congratulations to you, and it is just inspirational for me to be honest, to think that smart guys like you want to come on a little channel like mine. So it is amazing to me, and like I say, I do learn from all of you guys, mate. So what about next year, Dave? What are you thinking of or planning for?
I had a lot of things that I was meant to be doing over the last few years that just kept getting kicked down the road because I had to finish the masters. So I think maybe I'm going to spend a couple of months actually now knocking those things off the list and doing a few things. I'm actually at the moment, one of the things I'm doing is I'm building an RC drift car, which is good fun. So that's a bit of a laugh, and just fun like that.
Cool, mate. Cool. We'll be you'll be on my channel a lot more, I think, in the year to come, mate, and hopefully hosting some debates and having some debates and things. So yeah, looking forward to that, buddy. Catz, what about you, mate? How's 22 been, and what are your kind of ambitions for the next year?
It's been busy. Ambitions are just to get my work projects done at the minute, and then I can take a bit of time off, maybe spend some more time on YouTube and pursue other hobbies. But you were talking about favourite moment of 2022, and I'll just leave you with this. Mine happened literally about 2 weeks ago. We had some snow here. Anyone from the northwest will know if I talk about Bury, Greater Manchester, the big Tesco's, the big car park up there. I was pulling on it, manic, really, really busy, like early December, people Christmas shopping. And there was this it's a bit sad, this is my favourite moment of the year, but it was hilarious. There was this absolute dickhead in the car with a couple of cars behind him. And this old lady had pulled in front of a car parking space and tried to reverse into it. And because he was a little bit quicker, he just pulled in and drove into it ahead of her. And she kind of beat, and he stuck his finger out the window. And everyone was like, what a dick. Anyway, he gets out the car, walks off like he's some kind of champion. Slips on a bit of ice because there's some snow here. And the face plants the ground and gets up with what must have been a broken nose. Now, that to me was my favourite part of the century, not the favourite part of the decade. It was a beautiful moment. A beautiful moment. I wish I'd have recorded it and I'd put it on YouTube. It was amazing. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's things like that that warm my heart this time of year.
Yes, yeah, no, I like that. I like that a lot.
I don't believe in karma, but that was fucking karma.
Yeah, that was. I saw a video the other day of kind of theft fails. Trying to learn from my Morrison's one, but there was a person kind of package on the doorstep or whatever, jumps out of the car, grabs the package, goes to run off, but it's quite a big package, so they can't see where they're going, and they just slip on the grass and just you can see it, and their ankle just snaps.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
She's just laying there going, I look at this of like, there you go. Don't go stealing someone else's package. There's your proof. Yeah. No, again though, thank you all so much for coming along. Yeah.
Pleasure.
So let's call it an end. And Catz. Oh, Lynn said, what about mine? Oh, okay. Best moment of 2022 would be.
You better say something about Elbow.
Oh, yeah. It was going to be about Elbow. Yeah, I mean, just kind of winning her back, really. What happened when I was a flat Earth believer, and she couldn't watch me the way I was going, the path I was going down. So, yeah, I'll say my favourite moment is just reaffirming our relationship, and we are getting married next year. So,
well done.
So that ties into.
I'll be there.
Yeah,
next year.
I want an invite.
Yep, you'll get an invite, buddy. You'll get an invite.
Hello. You got a good man there.
Oh, thank you.
She paid me to say that.
You might recognise her from the history videos. Yeah, no, thank you so much, everyone, and everyone in the chat. Merry Christmas. We've got 69 people watching, which is my favourite number. So thank you very much. Merry bloody Christmas to you all. See you later.
Good night, all.
Bye.